Yo, what up? Shout out to the RHU. You know who it is, it's your man Maverick. Um, kind of starting the episode out on a heavy note. Shout out to the homie George Doctolero. I never got a chance to meet him, but from what I hear, that's a good dude right there, one of our RHU brothers. Prayers go out for that situation. I wish there was more I could do. If there is, somebody please holler, let me know. But prayers to him and the family, how that turns out. So today we're getting into these reaction videos. I usually react to scary stuff, you know what I'm saying? The occult type stuff, spooky, haunty, and modern dating. Some would say they're all uh scary and spooky, especially these days in dating. But anyway, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this. Let's check out this first video.
Well, I had fancied, I don't know if that's the right term, I had fancied you on Instagram. You sort of popped out of nowhere, but we would have known similar people. And I remember we were sort of interacting
Irish?
on Instagram, and I was really hoping that you would message me. So I put out this story and I said, what watch should I get? Should I get an Apple Watch or a Fitbit? And I was hoping you would message me.
The funny thing is I did think about messaging
Yeah,
at that point, but I didn't.
And then I put up a photo, and I used to have a cat. He's a fluffy Persian cat called Riley, and I wasn't expecting it at all. And I posted a photo of him to my story, and you messaged me saying, he's so fluffy. And that's how it started. And then I asked you out for a date. That was on a Friday.
She asked me out. You heard it.
I heard it. She asked me out. You heard it. So she was definitely on his jock. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. She was shooting her shot. It's all good.
How's my replacement doing?
You're what?
You know, my replacement after, we break up, how's he doing? How's he doing?
So, you really just want to fucking fight right now, don't you? Like, there's no... I don't even know why you would say that. What replacement
So
are you
instead of us
talking
going back and forth at each other like we've been doing for the last couple months now, would you like me to paint you a timeline of how I know what's happening next?
You know what? Go ahead. Pay a timeline how we're gonna break
Gotcha.
up.
So, for the first 3 months, right, everything was perfect. We fought about nothing. And the adjustments that need to be made in the beginning of the relationship, they were made. Our values lined up. You gave me your childhood stories, your childhood trauma, and I patiently waited mentally, physically, emotionally. I waited for every single one of those walls to come down and for me to finally show you that I'm the man that is right for you, right? And everything was great. Then month 4 came and you realized there's no war. There's no war, there's no fights, there's no trauma, there's no gaslighting. You're at peace when you're at war. You really are. So you either figured that I'm weak and I'm not man enough to challenge you, or you're bored. Either or, you're done here, right? So what did you do in month 5? In month 5 and month 6, you started fighting with me about miscellaneous shit that doesn't matter. You started picking at my personal insecurities and my personal things that I trusted you with. What else? You started seeing me less. This is my first time seeing you in like 2 weeks. I don't think you realize that. Let's see. And every time I do see you, you're glued to that phone. You're emotionally detaching from me at this point in time. So when you finally solidify that the dude in your phone that you've been talking to for however long you've been talking to is worth it. So then when we break up, you can disguise it as we need to take a step back and you can fall completely in love with that guy. So I ask you again, how is my replacement doing?
You know what? I really don't have to take this from you, and now we're talking...
They react like that because the replacement ain't doing well. Plain and simple. That's it, man. Some of you will always be toxic. Some of you always be toxic that about it.
If anything were ever to happen to me, I would want you to get remarried.
Okay. Yeah, right. Don't go for that.
I was a little fast.
Oh, no, I just want to make you happy.
Okay. Any
See?
idea of who you would
Vicky
marry?
Conroy, probably. She works in my office. She's very organized.
Ooh, somebody
Kids
that's
love
attainable.
Are you guys talking about Vicky?
her. Yeah.
Mom, she's
You
awesome.
see every day?
Just so you know, if something were to happen to me, I
That's
won't.
almost gonna happen to you, all right?
Yeah, she ain't liking you. That's somebody the kid even said she's cool, man.
Like it is in the movies. It's not. As soon as you come to terms with that, you can actually have very healthy relationships. It's funny because a lot of guys, they hear these MGTOW guys and the black pill guys in comments, and a lot of those guys have, at least for the time being, talked themselves into giving up on women completely. And there's no successful way forward because you're still thinking about relationships in a blue pilled fashion, that women should love you unconditionally. Women should do this, right? It's not whether they should or shouldn't. It's what is or isn't. Okay? That's red pill. We talk about what is. This is how women act. Don't hate them for it. That's just how women are. How do you navigate through that to make it work?
All right, I can buy into that a little bit. You know, I don't know about the blue pill, red pill shit, but you know, women are women. They're different from us. You don't want to date a dude. Well, unless that's your thing, but judging by the people I hang out with in this RHU group, you ain't trying to date no dude. You don't want to date no woman that's dudish. So, of course, we celebrate the fact that they're different from us. That's what we love about women. We're just trying to figure them out a little bit. Some of them is on their shit and on the level and can tell you what's up, and some of them just duck accountability like it's the motherfucking plague. Right?
More likely to be in relationships than men, which makes you think, who is everybody dating at the end of the day? If the women aren't dating the men, then...
What crosses my mind is I think there's perhaps two explanations. One, women in that age group are dating older men, 30 to 40. But I think the bigger thing is that women are maybe think they're in a relationship or are in a relationship and they're sharing higher quality guys. So, and there's this concept called hypergamy. Women are all chasing after the top tier of men. So a lot of women are happier sharing a top tier guy than settling for a guy that's actually on their level.
That's it. You see how she took that shit to hide her face? That's it. You know, back in high school when we was trying to get all the fine females and the hot ass highness, they was dating older cats because that's how females are built. At least from my experience, I'm not saying I'm an expert, but females, they want the hypergamy. They're after the dude that's already, you'll hear them say it. He's so mature. No, it's not that he's mature. He's set up. Nigga could be rich and have 17-year-old, 15-year-old corny ass jokes and shit. Did you fall from the sky? Heaven must be missing an angel. That's some corny shit. Broke, corny, unfunny. Rich, that's the funniest shit you ever heard. That's how females operate, man.
Traditional woman, but they don't want to be a traditional man. So you want a woman to come home from a job, clean, cook, do the laundry, take care of the kids, and you guys are both going to work. Do you see how that don't make sense?
No, it does make sense. And yes, I do want you to do.
Before he talked, because I think he about to cook some shit. Yes, I want you to stay home and cook and clean. Traditional sense of the word, women usually build up the household, take care of the household since the fucking 1800s, since back in the fucking Clint Eastwood Western days. It's been that way. Why should I be a criminal or monsterized because that's what I like? Ain't nobody asking y'all niggas to go out and get no kind of money. If you have it, cool. Do you. Help me out with some shit. But it's not a requirement. Let's see what this dude says.
Do that.
So you're telling me that a woman has to go work like a man every day?
And I can't stand loudmouth ass bitches. I'm sorry, man. Female women, you know, that carry themselves with a certain amount of decorum, great. As soon as you start seeing all her back teeth, because that bitch opening her mouth, yelling and shit, you can see the back teeth. Nah, nigga. Fuck out of here, bitch.
And a man goes work and he's tired when he gets home. A woman's not tired. She has to clean, cook, do the dishes, do the laundry. Are you kidding me?
First of all, yelling doesn't mean you're winning an argument. It's a sign of low intelligence. Your point is invalid, and you sound like the rest of these unwedded women talking about, I'm gonna go to work like you. Do you want me to cook, clean? If that was the case, so what? Yes, you're gonna cook, clean, do this and do that. And guess what? He taking the trash out, he fixing the house, he making sure this. Y'all have different responsibilities and different roles. A lot of modern day women don't even know that they not
responsibilities, different roles.
Fit to be a wife.
And you think I'm not fit to be a wife?
No. Not for me. That's what I would say. Not for me. Maybe some other punk ass, simp ass nigga could deal with that shit. No. As soon as you start yelling, just like he said, you low intelligence. I don't want to deal with your ass. Imagine coming home from work and dealing with that kind of shit. Nigga, somebody gonna fucking die. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. Yeah, but what I'm saying with that is females, nobody's asking you to go out and work and make as much money as we do. That's y'all. If you got a man that makes you feel like shit because you ain't bringing money in, but how's he doing that? Maybe if he's paying all the bills and supporting you, supporting your family and shit, and you say he throwing it in your face, but maybe he's bringing it up because you ain't doing what you're supposed to be doing as a female. Let's say you staying at home cooking and cleaning and all that other shit. But then when the nigga get home, you want to make him feel bad for being out all day. You want to withhold the pussy. You want to withhold the meow. You ain't wife material.
Young men to be able to contend with that. It's like, why should they be able to contend with that?
What do you think is like the product of that? What is it doing to society?
Well, we don't exactly know the causal consequence, but there are things we know. The birth rate has plummeted in the West. Far fewer young people are having relationships. The rate of virginity is skyrocketing. I think in Japan, it's 30% of people 30 and under are virgins. And the curves in the US and the rest of the West are like we're 15 years behind the Japanese.
That's, man. A lot of people don't like this. I forget his name for some reason. A lot of people don't like this dude, but he come with a lot of facts.
Modern relationships suck. For as long as I can remember, I've always perceived love to be, full of magic, full of romance. But nowadays, I just feel like, too many people, men and women, just play too many games. Whether that's entertaining multiple people at once, or just not being fully committed to wanting to start something real, build something real. I feel as though no one wants to invest into each other anymore. They'd much rather come around when you already have stuff going for yourself. Whether that be materialistic things, money, status, clout, whatever the case may be. Also, a lot of people that are already in relationships tend to see what's out there, let their curiosity get the best of them, try to one up whatever they have. If a better opportunity per se comes around, they're quick to jump on it and throw whatever they built out the window. Don't let what's being depicted on social media or even what you see with your own eyes change your perspective of how true love should be.
Hey, real facts. That's real facts. Men and women play a lot of games these days. It's some sad shit.
And you're talking about a problem you might have. Men by nature, the one thing we fixers. See, when we talking to our wife, our woman, and she tell us a problem, we try to provide a solution right now. You know why we want a solution? So we can quit talking about it.
Yeah.
Because we know tomorrow's gonna be some more stuff. So let me just provide a solution for the problem so we can move on. Here's when you know you have nothing. Is if every time you mention any type of problem to this guy, he offers you nothing.
So he kind of right on that. Men, we're logical, so we come up with solutions. That's what we do. So if a dude doesn't come up with a solution, you sitting there talking about a problem you have, and if he doesn't offer a solution, he don't care about you. I kind of understand that. I feel that. But I'm less likely to take romantic or relationship advice from Steve Harvey, because my nigga been divorced like 3 times, I believe, man. And an old girl that was dating Michael B. Jordan, supposed to be his daughter, Lori Harvey, fine. But yeah, she really ain't his daughter. That's a stepdaughter. So she just took his last name for the clout, et cetera, et cetera. So if he don't have his own house in order, I ain't taking no advice. You don't know what you talk about, nigga. You done been divorced 3 times. Obviously, you ain't got it shit for it. You ain't got it figured out. Anyway, That's it for today, man. I'm trying to do these things daily now and make it more kind of like a journal, or whatever, daily thoughts, whatever the fuck you have. But I appreciate y'all tuning in. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to RHU. Shout out to everyone else tuning in. You know, take care of yourselves, man. Drink water. Love each other.